Seems like the cheaters are gone, bro.
Okay, bro. So,
Dime.
en la semana pasada, I'm looking at all these pages now because I used to be into it a lot, and I used to be, but now obviously I'm getting back into the whole like
The car scene? Huh?
Crime and punishment.
Dude, it's because I got people like, yo, you fucking bro. Anyway, so la semana pasada I go to this, I'm looking at all the cars there and I'm like, holy shit! Like they got 911 GT3 RSs, fucking Lambos, Ferraris and shit. This meet that I went to out in
Where?
I pull up some meet that I went out to in Anaheim.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm pulling up, I pull up to the venue, and like I see like the car behind me that's following me, like they're like hella close, bro, and I'm like, what the fuck? Anyways, I end up parking, and they end up parking next to me, and then I look over, I was like, what the fuck is this motherfucker that keeps tailgating me really like close? And it's two chicks, right? So then I'm like, whatever. So then I get out, like I'm just like on my car, because none of these fools told me like, hey bro, we're about to go out here, this and that, and they were like, we'll meet you there. We'll meet up here first, and then we'll head out from there. And then everybody played, bro. I ended up going by myself. Anyways, the girls get out of the car, and I get out of the car, and they start talking to me, bro. They're like hella, oh my god, like your car is like awesome, this and that. And then in my head, I'm like, yeah, it is pretty cool. Or I told them that, right? But in my head, I'm like, oh, like I need to go see that fucking. No. No, I wasn't even thinking that, bro. I was so fucking mesmerized with the 911 GT3 RS that like they were talking to me, bro, and all I heard was that's all I heard, bro. And then I was like, excuse me, ladies. I was like, I need to go check this car out. I need to go take some pictures of it because this is actually pretty badass. It's a fucking, basically a race car, right? A street legal race car. So I go over and I'm taking pictures of it, and I'm like, damn, this thing is beautiful, bro. This is like a dream car, you know? Like I'd sell my kidney for one of these shits, you know? So then it hits me after that, bro, because I'm like with the whole high with all these Japanese imports that are imported from Japan, and they have a lot of them there, and I'm like, holy fuck, like
I've seen a GTR today, right now, like 5 minutes.
Bro. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like, bro,
they're out here.
There's a meet called Sunday Steel in Laguna Hills, bro. I've never seen so many GTRs in my life, bro. Like R34s.
Yeah, R34s. I saw one today. Yeah, they're all.
Crazy.
I seen them at the light, and I was like, "Can you rev it for me?" And that fool read it. My brother's like, "What car is that?" I was like, "That's a fucking Skyline." He's like, "How fast do those things go?" I was like, "Bro, you can probably pump that shit to 240."
Pretty quick when they fuck out of it.
He's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "What the fuck does it have? A 12-cylinder?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, it's a 6-cylinder."
6-cylinder turbo.
Twin turbo. But the other thing will pop out fucking 1,000 horsepower, almost, you know. No, barely fucking with it.
Yeah. We're gonna start seeing a lot of them because they're older than 25 years now.
That's what I'm saying. All that shit's coming out.
So I'm walking around Slammer and I'm looking at all these pictures and then I get back to like my car area and I'm like, oh, these chicks are not here. And in my head I'm like, bro, you're a fucking dumbass. You were like so like into this fucking car that these dumb two bitches were trying to talk to you and you straight up fuck. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, I'm a fucking idiot, bro. I blew it right there.
Yeah. You could have a threesome right there, though, you know?
Bro, it's because I was so fucking into that. Like, dog, like that car is like one of my dream cars. You
It's
know,
crazy.
that's what I was like, oh my god. I was like,
It's crazy how the car scene is blowing up. Like if you look at all these old cars that you don't see on the streets no more, they look tight as fuck.
yeah.
You know, like you be seeing like even if you see a hatchback from like the 90s. I mean, it looks kind of sick, dog, you know, because it's like, whoa, you don't see those every fucking day. Even the car that I have, bro, I'm telling you, bro, just the way it sits, the Impala, bro. I mean, it looks all raggedy the way it is right now, but just the way it sits, I see it in my driveway. I'm like, bro, that shit looks fucking clean, dog. Like,
Yeah, no, it does.
I just need to lower that shit a little bit, you know, put some
And you
tints
came
on
up
that
on
shit.
that, huh?
I came up, bro. I got it from Matt. So
No,
I knew.
Matt first. He
Matt-
came up on that.
Basically,
Hey,
I
he
wanted.
didn't know, bro.
I was looking for no. He knew. I was looking for a project car. Like I didn't want one that a punk ass kid had and he already mucked it out. So I kind of knew what to expect out of this one, because I knew where it came from. So that's why Matt. The story behind that, Matt just had it sitting at a lot, paying for the storage and just sitting there. When I went to go get it with my homie with the tow truck, it had flat tires. That shit was fucking frame was almost on the floor touching because the transmission was out. So all the weight was off of the back. That shit was just like slammed down in the back. I fucking got that shit out, brought it home. This fool lost the transmission during the move, so I had to fucking fix out a whole new transmission from the shop. You know, they rebuilt it, put it in there. And now I'm just having stupid little problems, bro. Like, I can't figure it out. I mean, I just almost want to pull that fucking motor out and just start from scratch, or just pay $5,000 for someone to just fucking do what they need to do to it to get it back. I'm over it, dog. Does your shop work on those cars?
Which ones?
On
Like old school
Chevys?
shit?
On Chevys?
No. We just do BMWs only.
You think if you ask your boss, you think he'll want to touch it, or no? He won't know anything about it.
No, it's just that all my boss likes to work on is that's all he knows, right? So like we're a specialty shop.
I'm trying to get. I want to go to a new mechanic, but I don't want my old mechanic because I feel like he's been screwing me.
Oh my god, this fucking cunt, bro. You should see this fucking annoying bastard right now, bro. Fuck. Dude, did you finally get it like run like it runs, right?
Yeah, it runs, but like I have 2 leaks, which is
Is it okay?
I got
Let me
2
put you up,
leaks.
bro. I can't hear you. Hold on. You got 2 leaks. You said a coolant leak or what?
Nah, one of them's coming out the timing chain cover, and then
Oh, so it's like an oil leak.
oil leak, and then one coming. I don't know if I tightened the intake manifold where it's not gonna leak no more, but it's leaking from the top somewhere over there. And I'm just done with it, bro, because I took in the intake manifold. When I got the car, there was a brand new intake manifold in the truck, brand new throttle body in the trunk, so I put all that shit together. Like, I put it on myself. And honestly, bro, I'm stumped, bro. I honestly think I probably fucked something up, or I put it on wrong, or some shit, bro. I'm just over it. I just rather pay someone just fucking couple grand, bro, to get me back driving that shit. Cause I got brand new tires and that shit, brand new alignment, all that shit, and it's just sitting there in my driveway. I mean, it's giving me a misfire too. Like, like not misfire. I mean, yeah, running lean. It's running lean code.
So you have a vacuum leak
Yeah, I mean,
somewhere.
yeah, exactly. So
Okay, so it's
that's
either a vacuum leak. What about oxygen sensors? The oxygen sensors is not
the
working. It's gonna
crazy
give you
thing.
lean fall too.
The crazy thing, I changed all that shit, brand new.
Okay,
Like,
so what you have to do is you have to. There's a vacuum leak somewhere, right? That's what a
yeah.
lean
So it's giving
condition
me
is. So
cylinder
what you
3.
have to do, the easiest way,
I done a
like
smoke check on
you
it.
might. That's what I was gonna say. You gotta do like a smoke test, see where the
My
shit's
homie,
leaking.
yeah, my homie Alex. I went to his
Uh huh.
house, and he bought this little machine that they made. It's like it's weird. It's a crazy ass machine. You put oil in this paint bucket. It's like a silver paint bucket, and someone made it. Like you bought it on eBay or whatever. So you light a little wick like the tiki torches. Basically, it's like a little tiki torch assembly, like the wick and the gas, and you put it inside the paint bucket, and then that shit has like a nozzle on the top of it where you can connect a PSI, like a compressor and shit. So you gotta pressurize it, but only to like a certain amount of PSIs. You don't want to blow that shit up.
Use this time for some target
And it
practice.
shoots the smoke into the machine. And sure enough, I mean, it was coming from the places where it was, and then I fixed that shit. But it's still, I mean, I need to do another recheck to see where it's coming from. I'm just over it though, dog. Honestly, I'm tired of it. I'd just rather pay someone to do it. I see all these cars driving around in the streets, and I'm fucking so jealous. I always want to get it registered and drive it. I see all these old school Chevy ass trucks and shit. I'm like, man, my Impala's just sitting there. And it's not too bad. I mean, I had them do the drive shaft. I had them balance the drive shaft. I had them put in a rebuild transmission. So, I mean, it's all there. It's ready, dog. It's almost like fucking stupid shit sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this shit done. We got the green light. We're on the war zone. Clear and shoot. We're up in 3. There's an engagement still.
The mechanic I got, though, that fool dicked me around.
What happened? Oh, with the whole situation?
I paid that fool a lot of money, and he basically didn't do shit.
What did he do?
So my car has an OptiSpark. An OptiSpark is like the distributor, but it looks like a hand. Like if you were to put your hand out, 5 fingers up in the air, it looks like that.
On your position. Move to the safe zone.
And that shit sits right on the crank. It goes right on the crankshaft. So when the crankshaft turns, it gives it the spark that it needs to inside that little fucking distributor. But it's called an OptiSpark. And that shit hits each one like da 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 as the fucking what's it called, the drive shaft is turning it. Not the drive shaft, the what is the shaft inside the crankshaft? You know? So anyways, that type of motor, which is the LT1, it has the main flaw is the water pump sits right on top of that shit. So when the water pump even leaks a little bit, it leaks right onto that shit. And that's it. You get all kinds of fucking misfires. So I was already dug up in that shit, replacing all that shit. I did the water pump. God, trust me, I went down the rabbit hole already with this bitch. It's over it. I did the water pump, did the OptiSpark. That shit didn't work for me, so I had to take it to the shop for him to find another OptiSpark and put it on. Finally got it running and shit. And it's still like giving me those codes where it's running lean and shit. I did all the vacuum hoses from the diagram. And I did the smoke check after that. And saw one that was leaking, and I fixed it. You know, it was the air conditioning one. Cause that shit, the air conditioning one is tied into the wiring harness, bro. And that's the only, dude, I fucking was beating myself up day after day looking all over the internet for this shit, bro. There's nowhere on the internet. It says it's in the wiring harness, and it says you have to look. So I fucking cut the wiring harness like a foot, bro. Like the outside paper or whatever layer, you know, on it. I cut it like a foot, dog, to look for that fucking vacuum hose. Finally, I found it, dog, and when I got to it, it was so goddamn brittle. That shit just snapped, bro, like right away, like an inch. So I was just, fuck it. I got to it with a rubber hose, and I connected to it. So I fixed that one, dog, and I'm pretty sure, dog, it has to be the intake manifold. So I was looking at like videos, and they were saying since it's aluminum intake manifold and it's an iron block, since it's aluminum to iron, that shit will heat up and loosen up the bolts. So I was just like, because I was like, I googled engine oil leak from the top back of the motor, because that's where it was coming from. It was coming from the top of the bell of my transmission on the bell part. And I was like, dude, what the fuck can it be? So when I googled it, the fool had, he's all like, alright, I ran into this problem too in this car. And so the bolts get hot and they fucking loosen up. So what I did, I recently went back and fucking tightened all the fucking bolts to fucking the specs where it needed to be. And I went to go try it the other day, and the battery's just completely dead. I don't know if that shit's gone, because that's what this car's been doing. That's why I tell you, this mechanic fucked me over, because that's what it was doing at first. No, it wouldn't hold my charge, and I feel like since I had it off for so long, or I had it off for like a month or two, that the battery just drained out completely. Or is that normal? If I have it off for 2 months, that shit will drain the battery. I mean, I had it off for basically 2 months, but I kept having battery problems before, where like I would buy a brand new battery, connect it on there and leave it on there, and then that shit will be completely dead. Like they will have to warranty it. So AutoZone or whatever, O'Reilly warranted my shit like fucking 4 times already. And then the mechanic, when I took it to him, he's all, it's the battery. I was like, but how? I replaced the battery. Right? So finally, he gets his own battery in there, and it was working for a minute, dog. It was turning on and off on me. So I was like, I was happy about that. But then I haven't turned it off for 2 months. That shit is off.
Trying to fucking think, like, what could it be?
You got a loadout drop inbound.
No, bro.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Just support. Oh, the stupidos, bro.
Gas is closing in.
What the fuck? Ow. Bro, so in this game, there's a game mode where you have to take the objective and you have to escort it through these checkpoints, right? So when the game goes down to overtime, that means so when the attacking team is trying to escort the payload to the checkpoint,
Disregard that.
if you
Fire station marked.
don't have time on the clock anymore, it goes into overtime. So the whole thing is the game ends when someone steps foot off point, right? Bro, we fucking wiped the whole enemy team, bro. And all we have to do is just escort the payload to the thing with no resistance. Just take it, and these fucking idiots get off the point, bro, and start like pushing up. And it's like, bro, that like ends our round. And like basically on the defensive round, you have to make sure that the team doesn't get it past your marker. And if they get it past your marker, you lose. And it's like, bro, you guys are so fucking stupid. Like, why would you get off the payload, bro?
Just to lose.
Stupidos, bro. Like, cause they were trying to get a pick, like on another player, and it's like, bro, all they were doing was like purposely distracting them to get them off the point. Like, that's some bullshit.
Tablet here.
And damn. Usually the smoke test was what helps. Look, bro, when it comes to BMWs, when they misfire crazy like that, vacuum leak, and what it is, it's probably on top of the valve cover assembly. They have like a built-in positive crank case ventilation valve. That shit goes bad, there's a vacuum. If there's a vacuum leak there, it will eventually suck out the rear main seal, bro, and it's gonna leak from the rear main seal because of that. If it's not misfiring because of that, then it's probably a spark plug. And if you already swap out the spark plugs, it's an ignition coil. And if it's not an ignition coil, then it's a fuel injector. And then if it's not a fuel injector, bro, you have to check compression and make sure there's good compression on there. If there's good compression, bro, then you have to see what the fuck's going on with like a boroscope. You'll stick a camera down there to see what the fuck's going on. Is there a bunch of carbon buildup on the valves? Like, what the fuck's going on? And it's like carbon buildup on the valves, bro. And it's just like, you have to do this procedure called walnut blasting, where you take the intake manifold off, and with this fancy machine, you pretty much, with pressure, air pressure, you spray walnut shells on the insides, and it cleans off all that carbon shit, bro. It's fucking wild.
Oh, you seen that shit?
I've done it to cars. And I think it's pretty cool. That's why BMWs are misfire, by the way. All BMWs are misfires and fucking coolant leaks. I've learned a lot in 2 years about these fucking cars.
Yeah, I mean, the harder the newer they get, the harder they are, but the older they get, the easier they are, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But like, you know, what's crazy, bro? Like, we rather not work on old cars. Like, when I mean old cars, I mean like 2000, 2001, 2002. Like, we rather not work on those because our computers they're too new. So those fucking cars are too stupid for our computers, bro. If that makes sense. Oh shit, let me get a water before the fucking match starts. Hold on 1 sec.
Okay.
Oh my boy. I'm so fucking stoned right now, bro. Like, you don't even understand. No fucking way. Woohoo, that motherfucker fucked up.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
I don't even feel like playing this game.